Thank you so much, Honorable Minister of Sports, the Commission of Parliament, the Board of Namboole, the PS and the staff of Minister of Education, the Engineering Brigade, the Chairperson of National Council of Sports, the Fourth Estate, and all the distinguished guests here. Good morning. First of all, I want to thank you, Honorable Minister, for respecting the constitutional requirement and even going beyond by making sure that we have a board that is more represented by ladies. That is an achievement for us. And I want to, when I was coming in, I didn't expect what I saw. And on that note, I want to tell Engineering Brigade, I am extremely impressed with what you've done. Even after seeing what has been explained, I don't know why you didn't show those people what you've been talking about. But after seeing what you've been explaining, I am very, very impressed with what the Engineering Brigade has done in Namboole. And now that you have even brought the person who has been in the airport, we're even going to get the best. He did a very good job at the airport. And I want to thank General MK for transferring you here. Because you did a good job in the airport. I want to thank the President of Uganda for being passionate on sports. And as the chair said, it is only sports that unites all Ugandans, irrespective of political, religious, cultural, and whichever. It is only politics that unites us. And if we can be united for the good of humanity using sports, then let's get united. I want to thank you so much. I want to thank the President. I want to thank the Minister of Sports, Education and Sports, the First Lady, for really doing whatever she has done to ensure that Namboole is what it is up to now. Engineering Brigade, thank you for securing our property. First of all, for fencing this property of Mandela National Stadium. It was not an easy thing. We want to thank you so much for making sure that at least finally we have a land title. Honorable Minister, we have a land title for this place. So many people could be complaining that they have been chased away, but you will not please everybody. You will always use a stick and carrot for you to be able to achieve what you want. When I entered in, when he said they have planted flowers, I am a lover of flowers. When I saw the flowers, that was just good enough. So I will go inside and see what is inside, and then we'll be good to go. The issue of this issue came up in the House, and I want to sympathize with my young brother Peter. The Honorable Minister has suffered a lot on that floor because of Namboole. I really sympathize with you, and I thank God that the Commissioner has been here to support you, and we are all here today to testify to the public that what has been said or what is being portrayed out there, that substandard work is being done, is not really what it is. Based on that, I want to give some instructions to the minister. Honorable Minister of Sports, since this thing was brought up in the House on the issue of the status of Namboole, based on the letter which was laid on the floor, on the complaints that were raised from CAF, we now want to ensure that you and your team, the board, immediately relocate or give vacant possession to the contractor. Contractor, ask these people to give you vacant possession. You did not bring the buses here. You do not have a contract with the ULC. You were not asked permission for your land because that land belongs to Minister of Sports and Finance. They did not ask you for permission to lease out the land. The person who leased out the land ought to have asked the board. The board should have approved the leasing of that land. So we need vacant possession, and you must report to the House tomorrow. Tomorrow the House is sitting at 10, so that should be the first item that you're reporting to us tomorrow on the vacant possession of that land. As you said, scrap. If we have a beautiful, smart stadium here, we no longer need scrap. PS, now that the money has been released, and as Parliament, I want to thank Parliament of Uganda so much for ensuring that the money that was, the engineering brigade was, the money was released on Friday. It should be on your account today. I have evidence to that effect, that the money is released. And previously, before the money was released, you talked about 1 month. Now that you have the money, we can talk about 2 weeks. We should be able to talk about 2 weeks because our interest is for us to host CHAN in Uganda. And after the 2 weeks, the Minister of Education should be able to write back to CAF, inviting them to come and see all the beautiful, good things that you've talked about. And they should be ready. This time you should be able to show them this is what we have. Don't keep them, because if you don't show me what I want to see, then I will not know what is there. So you should be able to show them what is there. The board should also ensure that the land that belongs to Namboole National Stadium should never be used for anything else without a resolution, but it can only be used for sports purposes. Not saying we are hiring out this land because we want to get an NTR. We also need to know who leased out the land to Pioneer, how much money did this government of Uganda earn out of NTR, and after this, as Parliament of Uganda, our work is to do oversight and ask for accountability. Yes, we've seen accountability on the screen. We shall also do a forensic audit to see how much money we have spent on the project and how much money are we yet to spend because of the variations that we have been prepared. I saw the officer preparing us on release of more money. So we shall do an audit and find out how much money has been done and how much more money you need. What we want is to make the Ugandans happy because of this stadium. If there is a variation and it is a justifiable variation, then we will always support. As Parliament of Uganda, we will support you. And I heard you say we spent 76 billion, just for information and for record purpose. In our books of accounts as Parliament of Uganda, we have given you 80 billion. And the 80 billion is inclusive of the money that was used for fencing. So the money we have given you is 80 billion, not 76. That is all a stadium. Fencing plus the works of the stadium is all inclusive. So what we are giving you is additional 70 million is what you're getting on your account today. The issues that you've raised have been all addressed according to what you have said. All the issues have been addressed apart from one, the pioneer buses. Isn't that so? And if that is the only one, we have floodlights, whether it means hiring or whichever. So we are going to have Honorable Minister write back in 2 weeks to the CAF Secretariat, inviting them to come and reassess what they saw the last time and make sure that we host CAF and definitely host AFCON. That will be a good thing for Ugandans. You will have done Ugandans as a sports minister the best thing by hosting AFCON. It comes with a lot of advantages. And we shall be proud of you, Minister of Sports. And I am happy that the First Lady, Mama, is very, very passionate about this project. And let's make sure that we make Ugandans happy with this project. And what Engineering Brigade is doing is the best thing. And we need to encourage it, honorable members of Parliament, that we would rather have our own money remain in Uganda. Let's promote Bobo, other than getting money and then the monies are taken out of the country. But if we can empower our own people, our own Ugandans, and the money remains in Uganda, and that money goes back into circulation in the country, that would be the best for this country. And where you cannot be able to do what you're given to do, get specialists. I'm happy that you have got specialists, these young people here. You've gotten specialists. You've been able to employ them. You've not claimed that you can do everything on your own. But I'm happy that so many people have gotten jobs here, including the single mothers that you're employing. But as you use even those single mothers, make sure that you pay them and pay them well and pay them in time. So as we go to see what you've done, I may not be able to see everything, but I have a representative here. Honorable Mpuuga, Mathias is the Commissioner of Parliament. I will leave Honorable Mpuuga go around and see everything and write a report and report to the House. And Honorable Mpuuga with the Honorable Ogwang, we need a report on the vacant possession. We are not in a garage. This is not a garage, because if you start parking buses, trailers, whichever here, then there will be a problem. Let's have our clean, smart stadium. And we should have it as soon as yesterday. By the time I came now, I even thought they had left. I was surprised when I looked down, I saw the scrap. And I want to assure you, you have all our support to that effect. Do whatever you're doing, do it legally. Do it legally, but the good thing, you do not have a contract as Mandela National Stadium with the pioneer buses. You do not have that contract. And secondly, when ULC was giving out the lease, you were not consulted. You were not consulted, so they are actually trespassing on your property. I want to thank you once more, and I say all this for God and my country.
Speaker, we shall need now to demonstrate the
introduction part of it. I said Mandela National Stadium is a multi-purpose stadium in Uganda, located in Weyogerere in Kira municipality. That is the introductory part of it. It was opened in 1997, and with the time, it has been in use without proper maintenance, and it has degraded. So on 2nd March 2022, the Minister of Education and Sports, Mandela National Stadium Limited, and the Minister of Defense, they signed a memorandum with the Minister of Defense to have the facility renovated. And bullet 1.2, it says the renovation works were assessed by Ministry of Works, and they were priced by Engineers Brigade. And I would like to bring the notes of everybody here that these works were phased. What we are seeing now is phase 1. So the nation should know that we still have other 2 phases. So the work was broken down into 3 phases. Phase 1 was called the short-term intervention. Its purpose was to revamp the stadium and we make it operational. Then we had a medium intervention with the content of the cost of the first intervention was 94 billion. Then we had a medium which we assessed at 84 billion. Then we have the longer term intervention which is 100. Total cost to make this world class, have all games, to become a game center is 287 billion. But as I talk, we are only in the short-term intervention. Now, but the UPDF, that is bullet 1.4, still on page 1. But the UPDF engineers doing the work, and we were given the tax waiver. Thank you, Madam, for giving us the tax waiver. We were able to do more works. So we had to bring even the works which are in second phase to first phase, using that money which would go in taxes. There were works which were left out, they had left out, like re-roofing and remodeling, re-roofing the stadium, hotel renovation, installation of new giant score screen, external works, supply and installation of training and running pitch. These ones were all put in the other phase. But because work was given to UPDF and they waived off taxes, that money was used to do these other works, which was a big saving. And really, I really thank you very much for that. And the August House did a good job to give us and to support us. We shall always be appreciative. Furthermore, after doing all this, I would also chip in and say that we realized that the problem of Namboole is water. UPDF Engineers Brigade donated a borehole. We drilled a borehole which supplies water because the monthly bill was 27 million. But now we don't have that. We pay maybe 1 million only. We have good clean water. We drilled a borehole which supplies enough water for maintenance and all other works. Thank you very much. Now, I request to take you through the summary status of the project progress as on 15th April. We had 2 areas. We have construction of the boundary wall, then renovation and upgrade of Mandela National Stadium. And the first, we are looking at the boundary wall. On page 2, I've given the boundary wall data summary. That is the name of the project is construction of Mandela National Stadium perimeter wall. The contractor is UPDF Engineers Brigade. The client is Government of Uganda through Minister of Education and Mandela National Stadium Limited. Then commencement date was on 25th January 2022. We completed it on 15th June 2022. The project cost was 3.8 billion. And right now, fencing and gazetting the area is 100% done. And we managed to secure our land. All the 128 acres are secure. We had even a witch doctor here who had a land title. But we had to ensure he goes away and he compensated. So that one is really, we did a lot. Then now we embarked on the real work. That is the boundary wall scope works. Then this is the scope for the boundary. We did the preliminary work, site survey, demolition, setting out, excavation. We did the concrete works, construction of the wall. We go to page 3. I did the casting of reinforcement, concrete in the columns. The wall is 2.4 meters high. We constructed the central boxes. Where you passed, you saw the guards. All the gates, the 4 gates, have central boxes. Nobody will come here and not. They will be checked. And I request if so, we give us the duty to guard this place. We are there. Because we know. My commanders here will think about it. Then we did the fabrication of the gates. We did the finishing by pointing. Now we embarked on the real work, which is renovation and upgrade of Mandela National Stadium. Still, when I give the project data, the client is the Minister of Education and Minister of the Mandela National Stadium. Implementing agency is the Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, which through Engineers Brigade. The manager is by then Commander Engineers Brigade, who has been elevated to another level, Brigadier Besije Bekunda. UPDF project engineer is me, Kidemuka. Commencement date was on 1st August. Expected date of completion due to some delays and there. We expect by 25th May not to be here. Shall be somewhere else. We need more work. Time elapsed is 20 months. And then the project cost is 94 billion. And funds released so far is only 76 billion. Expecting that since they say money is in the pipeline, I think the flow should be increased. We expect the money to come. We are still waiting for it. Project progress is 87%. Then the scope of work. What are we doing on the remodeling? There are preliminary works. Preliminary works include all these clearance. Where we are here, Madam Speaker, where we are here, this is part of the project. We had to resettle Mandela. We had to put up these offices. These are temporary works. We can erase them after to depend on the permission of my commander. Then we put up stores to store all the mechanisms and materials. So this is part of the project. Construction of the garbage collection center, we have done that. Removal of and provision of the athletic new pitch, we have done all that. And renovation of the hotel. The hotel is having 72 rooms. We have done that. And there are a lot of mechanical and electrical works. And then external works, you have seen the compound is glittering. We have planted trees, you have done a lot. And the population will enjoy this. Me particularly, I'm also a fan, I will enjoy the environment. Then now, I request to take you through the project progress. Now, when we look at preliminaries, we are 80%. In this progress, that is page number 4, I'll put up the table. There is work item, there is description, there is the percentage of completion, and then the remarks. So in that, the preliminaries, we are 80%. The works are ongoing. Then the roof is 100% done. We completed. Then we have the stadium seats. Stadium seats 97 complete. This 97 is because of alteration. When CAF came here, he advised that originally this is an old stadium, that we change the media from the other end to this end. Argument was that games are played in the sunshine. I said no, they will provide the what? A shed, and we give in maybe bills for extra funding which are coming. So I request when they reach there, the bills You do the needful, madam. We are really happy with what you do. Then doors and windows, all the doors mostly have been removed, old ones, and we are fixed new ones. We're at 95%. Then we have walling and general finishes. That is plaster demolition. We are at 90%. The 90 is because of these changes that are brought. I request we go to page 5. Page 5, we have ceiling. The ceiling work, because of demolition, we shall also be at 92% because we are done. Because we are going to put down, we are changing even the media, we are changing the press. So some rooms will come down, but this takes a short time. So these are new works, but we had done it all, but we are going to change. Then floor and finishes is also at 95% because of those changes we had done. Dressing rooms, we are at 87%, and we are most of the imported materials which are lacking have come. I think within a week's time we shall be done. Then running trucks. This is the major remaining work. We are at 52. We have done all the first fix. Digging, providing timers for the athletics, because this one is a multi-purpose. We had to cater for all games. Volleyball, we have catered for all. They will be done inside, both in the training and there. So they encompass all our games. They will be done here. So within maybe 3-4 weeks, they will start casting. We are on the preliminary works on the running track. Then dressing rooms have finished. Running track have done. Pitch. The main and training. We have 2 pitches. There is one, which I think Madam Speaker, the permission, you will look at. Then the training one, you will look at. They are similar, and that is a requirement by FIFA and CAF. That where they train from must be a replica of where they will participate or compete from. So we have done all that. And they really are first class. May I admire them. I think most of you also admire when we reach there. Then the hotel. Hotel progress is at 85%. External lighting is 100% done. When you pass here at night, you will see the whole place being lit. Electromechanical works is 80% done. The delays were because of the importation, but all the electromechanical materials are here except the lead, this one, the giant screen, which is on the sea. We have water supply and plumbing system is 85%. External works, this is the landscaping, name it, is all 95%. Few areas is now cleaning and making sure the overall project coverage is 85%. 87%. Then UPD bullet number 6. That one is about personnel. I think you have copies. You read the engineers' personnel on site. We have the administrators up to ranging up the clerk of works. Then I request you go to page 7. The machines we have here, we deploy machines as the commander said according to the need. We thank you for the machines you gave us. They are doing a lot of work here. Then we have the general materials are available as you will see around as we move. The financial status, this is key because they were saying we received the 97, but we have so far received only 76 billion. The rest is still on the pipeline, and I know it will come because there were some delays, I think, here and there. Then quality control and assurance. Quality control and assurance. The materials we use on Madam Speaker are tested for quality assurance. And after testing, that's when we put them on use. Then we always give site instructions, request for instructions from the consultants. I thank our consultants, Minister of Works, that have done a tremendous job. They did a lot of visiting. They did benchmarking. In South Africa, they went to other countries. They are now so knowledgeable about pitch construction. And it is a resource, and we thank you for empowering Bubu on renewable. Is good to go. And really, I'm happy for that. Then the general requirement, that's occupational health, safety, and environment. We have never registered any catastrophe here, despite the heights, implying we have really applied proper engineering methods and in the execution of our works. So I thank you, everybody, and I thank our God for that. Now here, we're in our challenges, I think. We have general observations, the delayed release, which I think is being handled. Then priority, I've said priority is being given to Confederation of African Football requirements. They came here, we invited them. the minister guided, we paid for their coming and going. They have been here 2 times to come and guide us so that we know that what we are producing is in line with the requirement of the football fraternity. Now, when they came, these are snacks. They said, do this, do this, do this. But it is not, it didn't mean we have not done what is substandard. It really meant we have not done them. And for them, CAF, if they don't see it on the ground, they consider it not done. So now we have all these materials on the ground, except, as I said, floodlights. Floodlights on the sea. And you will see in my report, I have answers to CAF requirement. It is a report attached to you. So my prayer is that the funds come very fast and we embark on the works. Then another document you have there is about the issues raised by CAF. With your permission, Madam, I request to take you through it. The title is the table provided below, outlines and progress, status of the ongoing works and highlights. This is how CAF wrote. So we have given a response. I have a table there. Inspected location, functional area, remarks, observation by CAF, recommendation, that is what we are supposed to do. Then the responses to CAF. So I've given my response there. It is a team, Minister of Works, Mandela National Stadium who on ground. That is we sat together and responded. The first response was about the capacity and tribunal. The old capacity was 40,000, but now the exact capacity we are having 38,000. But the seats installed, the requirement that we have to install new seats and number them. That was CAF requirement. By then it was not done, which we have done. We have now numbered because that is the requirement. It was ongoing work. And numbering has been completed in 13 bays. And completion by the end of this month, I've put there, we shall be done. Numbering. Then another issue we raised was seats must be removed because there are some seats in the area. For us, according to the instruction, they told us to fix all the seats. So we fixed 41,000 seats. But when they came, they said, no, there is a pillar here. Somebody will not be seen. They said, you remove this one. But for us, I was advised by the client that those seats must remain there for the police, for the other people. There are those who don't pay. Then the declared one will be 38. But we have fixed 41,000 seats. They are all fixed now. So really, there's no, we can't, I think I've been advised not to remove, so maybe the decision will be taken now. But that was another instance that we remove those other seats, whereby somebody can't view maybe at 360 degrees. Because when there is an obstruction, for them they counted 38. For us we have 38,000. For us we have 41. And they are all fixed. Then another one was to make certain that the segregations, there are existing barriers. They wanted that to separate the bays so that somebody cannot jump from here to join the VIP or VVIP. We have done that. And the barriers are already in place. So it is no longer an issue. Then another issue there is that the stadium suffers from shortage of concessions. Madam Speaker, we didn't open these places. This was about the existing kiosks. We have 8 in the number. People, I don't know whether beer is allowed or it's not allowed there. People will be taking food, snacks will be there. But they wanted to get them functional. When people, I don't know who would be buying the eats, but they are there. And they are, these are the questions that we don't have kiosks, but they are there. I will open them, they are closed, they are 8 in number, and we are waiting for the service providers to take on them, and that will remain for the board to see who will run them. Then he said the deadline we gave for renovation was unrealistic and the rest of it. Now we are to come up, Madam Speaker, with the new worker program, which will be ready by 18th, and to see how we expedite and ensure the work is done. The expected practical completion, as I've told you, will be 25th May. We shall no longer be here. We shall leave the place. We request to go to page number 3. I'm answering what CAF raised. Access infrastructure. He said access to the infrastructure and parking. And he raised specific issues. We need to provide specific access doors for the players and officials, for the media, VVIP, VIP, and the presidential, then the general public. Here they don't want the public to interact with the VIPs, then the player. That one is already in place because we are just going to designate this gate will be the eastern gate. Yes, Eastern Gate will be designated for the media and players. Then the VIPs will reach the main gate. That remains now the work of management or during the match day. Then we are going to make in place, we are going to put barriers. Because if we put the barriers right now, they will hinder movement. The barriers are being fabricated, they will be in place. Then in the manning using police or military will be in place. People don't crisscross. So that is another issue which is raised, and we have addressed it by saying the signage is ongoing. We are putting signages to indicate this is Bay 1, where this is north, this is east. They are all being placed. This one take us, I've said, short time. By 15th May, we shall be done with all the signage. Then consultant FUFA to provide the layout of traffic. Another issue was about traffic. How are they moving in? Because there was no match that day. I think FUFA will guide us and to guide that maybe VIP pass here, this price, that is management, and it will be addressed. Another issue raised was beach sports equipment. They said have the appropriate equipment and products to care and maintain the beach, and then provide all equipment. These equipments are there. And Madam Speaker, I'm going to show you. They are displayed. They were in the store. When they came, they told us want to go here, and they really this. They didn't say want to see the equipment, but they are there. They were imported and they are first class. And so really that is not an issue, and for the nation to alarm about. Then another thing were the floodlights. Floodlights, first of all, the requirement is they must be first notch. So, and there are a few companies which do that. And in the queue, I think we were 103 when we ordered them. And we had to go through that chain. And that is from Stone in UK. And as I talk now, they're on the sea. They are coming. But they will reach here on the ground by 27th May. So, but to have the match in place, we sat as a committee with these engineers here. We are going to give provisional rights, which will produce the 2,000 lakhs they require for the match to take place. And already we are cabling, we are doing all what is necessary, and we are going to invite them to come and see that they have been done. But when the other ones come, we shall just fix our floodlights. They will be here on 27th. If we will see, and the floodlights themselves we have organized, we had two options. One was to hire from Kenya, then another, there is a Ugandan who has. Where is the service engineer? Yes, can you chip in anything about that?
Thank you. Right Honorable Speaker, we have done the preliminary testing of the floodlights that yesterday but one. The first samples we brought to the stadium, and we expect to run another test tomorrow. Then we shall give communication as to how far we have moved, but we are working tooth and nail to ensure that we have the temporary floodlighting system. We have contacted all the suppliers to ensure that we have this implemented. Thank you.
That one, the service engineer is behind all these designs, the smart stadium and the rest of it. And for sure, this one might run out of my mind. Madam, there is no more lining up for ticket. It is just, you click on. We have a smart stadium and it is a requirement. And today as I talk, we request you to be the first person to buy a ticket here. We go. You buy a ticket online. And then we shall have two people to buy the ticket. One will buy for the southern gate and another one will buy for the eastern gate. Now, if you buy for southern and you go to eastern, you will not enter. It will not allow. So we want to test. The system is operational. We are it is now smart stadium, but we had to know also to cater for the analog section. Our friends who still have capability phones. We have third party, maybe like say share, or we sell to them like say 200 tickets. Then when they sell them and they are over, the system shuts down. After 38, there will be no overcrowding here anymore, because it is good for accountability. It is good for everything. So, Madam Speaker, we have a smart stadium now. Then competition zone. Here he said we must provide a non-slip. This competition zone mainly is the dressing areas. We said non-slip material. The dressing area must not have tiles. And we have put there epoxy of first class. We imported it. It is there. It is already done. It is non-slip. Because they feel that a player, when he's getting out going to compete, might slip and fall down. So we have put epoxy and it is in place. That one has been addressed already. Then another recommendation was that we put socket outlets for those people to charge. We are providing them. They had not yet been fixed because they never saw. And we had not, but this time when they come, they will get even phones charging. We shall do shall make sure it is run and it is functional. We shall even do a demo. People will be playing. We shall do all that dry run. And then electric ice bath. There is a requirement that we have an ice bath. The room is provided for. And I think, who has an idea about the ice bath? How far you have gone? So can you tell Madam Speaker about it? Ice bath is for players. After playing, somebody can go into that ice bath. Just maybe recovery. Yes, it is a pool, something.
Right Honorable Speaker, after playing, most of the muscles are overworked, some are even torn. So ice is one of the best recovery methods to help the muscles regenerate. So after playing a very tough match, you go in 10 minutes or 20 minutes, then you can go home without taking these other tablets that we'd rather take. It's very, very important for recovery.
Thank you. Now, Madam Speaker, still on the competition zone, page 5. It is. Yes. Yes. There are 4 in a number. Then another requirement was to fence the zone outside competition zone. The consultant has assessed the cost, and on page 5, on the last almost, consultant has assessed and provided BOQ for variations to be costed. We are doing that. These are external works. Then another thing was absence of medical equipment. They said they provide all the necessary furniture in the different areas inside, from dressing rooms, lockers, and the benches. All these, some have already been procured, as I answer in my responses there. The room for boys is already furnished. We shall go there and see. The furniture, I expect it by 30th April to be there, because it is under management. It is locally made here. Shall have put by the end of this month. All the furniture will be in place. Medical equipment were imported, they are already here, but we are not displayed by the thermometer here. They wanted them functional. They are there, we shall go and see them. They are stored, well stored, and they of high quality. After 30th, the equipment are there, wardrobes, the lockers, then I will put them. They will be functional. We shall put even doctors there to treat people, and whoever will come here, and we shall do the needful. Then we have the media. The media here, it had an issue that creation of a door to separate the mixed zone from the media center. Now, since the media has been changed, we have done all that the other western side. Now we are changing. We are going to provide the door. Then now, to ensure that the media does not meet or interact with, they pass directly. They propose there's a design for a lift, there's a design for, these are all variations where we have costed and they are coming. And this will be an AFCOM project, not now. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Then I think with the media, they always said, and the VVIP area, we shall need to expand it so that we qualify for AFCOM. Now we go to page 8, that is DB broadcasting. Page 8. Page 8 said the broadcast boxes must be on corrugated electrical circuits. Then we have to provide camera platforms. The consultant has provided all these other places and drawings in place. We are going, they have a cost effect, because as earlier on I told you, this was the first intervention to make the stadium operational. But almost it seems China has come in, AFCOM has come in, and they want 94 billion to do all what was for the 3 phases. So really, at least it must be, we have costed it, and we are passing it to the client to ensure, so that facilitates the works, and we do. We are ready. We shall thank you very much if it is passed very fast. Then all of the layouts have been provided by the consultant. Yes. Then another is provide catering for media in each major area. So they said the catering for the media must be separate. We have many rooms here. There are even excess. It is a question of gazetting. And so that is management. They say now this one is for media. The rooms are enough. And I think it is also, there are some for renting out. It's instead of really financing. So that one is not a big issue. Rooms are available. It is management to go around and see which one will be for the media, for their hotel, and who will be providing the services. Then there is an issue of providing television in the lounges. The procurement ongoing to be completed by 22nd April. Then still on page 9, CAF said we must provide enough sanitary for the VVIP, presidential, VIP, tribunal, and lounges. We have provided as per the approved drawings. All of these ones sanitary, we have over. When we move around, they never open these toilets. At least the PM has been moving around. We have enough. We have 187 toilets here. Then you know there are very many, and they are all done. They didn't open and they didn't see anybody going in. But that day when they come, I'll organize people. So that they move those places, they see them using them. Then we shall make it so that they really pass us. Yes. Yes. They will be going. Yes. This one. So, Madam Speaker, with my permission, I request we go to page 10 in case of they say currently there are page 10. Currently there are no lounges prepared. Lounges are there. We have the reception is also a lounge. We have the VIP lounge. It is there. Then we have VVIP lounge. They never went there. They are there, but only they are not yet furnished. They are there, so spacious, and those people enjoy these bottles. They will enjoy this place very much, I know, because it is only the management to see what will be sold there. They are there. They only that I've said lounges exist to be furnished before 12th May. They will have, because furniture has been ordered to a tune of around 800 million. We have already paid the commander has paid the service provider. So I expect by 12th May things will be there, and we shall make it functional that day when they are checking. Some few people biting here and there, then we say, you see, because they want something which is active. Then when we go to security, or the presidential lodge, this one already about the presidential lodge, we have to redesign, expand it, we have to break the stadium and make it so spacious and big. That will be AFCON project. Then security, to install surveillance camera system which will take into account all areas of the stadium from road to stands. Me, I request Madam Speaker, the service engineer, to tell you what we have done about this. Tell them about cameras, surveillance, what we have done so far.
Thank you. Again, my name is Shafiq Babeyo, Building Services Engineer. As CAF requires that you must have a comprehensive surveillance system to track a fan or any person entering the stadium, right from the gate wherever they'll be passing. We can confirm that our designs have passed this. We have installed a total of around 385 cameras. That gives a camera density of around 4 or 3.8. That will be the third in Africa after FNB Stadium in South Africa. All our cameras do facial recognition, point-to-point tracking. So and we have a live feed. It's an integrated system, smart system. The camera software uploads this, whatever it's capturing online. With integration to the smart stadium solution, we can now integrate with the Uganda Police Force system and the crime intelligence. So if your face is uploaded and you're captured within Namboole, it's just instantly uploaded and communicated to the force, the enforcers. So our cameras are installed on the gates. We have 4K cameras on the eastern side, western side, north, and like for example, for the western side, our camera can zoom up to Banda, 20 line of clearance there. Even the western side, So we have these installed on all the entrance gates. On top of that, we have cameras installed on the perimeter. These can zoom within the perimeter of the stadium. Then inside the stadium bowl, where the spectators sit, we still have 4K cameras installed in there. So any spectator in any seat can be zoomed and displayed to the scoreboard or sent to any. So in case someone brings chaos like in section 2, we just push the camera there, identify who that person is. Thank you, sir. So that.
Another requirement was still on page 10 that we provide a vocal system. The vocal room exists, it is there. If you want, we can go there. They never reached there. It is up. It is on the third floor. It is there. It is not even a problem. Then we go to page 11. There was provide seats with the view of interior of the stadium for the various representatives. Furniture to be installed before 12th May in those other rooms, which is. Then another thing with the number of turnstiles, the entrances. Previously here, Madam Speaker, we had only one entrance, but now they said because we have 38,000 seater stadium, we must have 58 turnstiles. But for us, we have 60, so we have extra 2 even. We passed that. They never went around to see them. They are functional. We have 60 turnstiles. They require 58. They are there in place. They never moved to see them. That's why that is no longer an issue. That is answered. Then the smart stadium solution, which they required, is already, I've talked about it. We don't need to repeat it. Then we needed to inform NET. Installation is ongoing. Also, the software is also ongoing. So whatever they asked about was in place, but they were in stores. So it is not an issue. Madam Speaker, these ones, all what they asked, we have them in stores. We imported them and good to go. Then another issue was about the infrastructure. Another issue was about the infrastructure. They said the entire stadium must operate 100% on generators. Madam Speaker, we have 2 generators, or we have 2 of them. Each of them can run for 10 hours uninterrupted. 10 hours. So we have 2. And I doubt whether there is a match which can last for 10 hours. So we have 2 generators, and they are already in place. One runs for 10 hours, and another is on standby. So I don't know why he raised this issue, because he got them not operational. So they are there, and they are already fixed. So, Madam Speaker, with your permission, and I request to submit, and I say I've already tried to respond to what CAF raised, and those were the issues. Thank you very much for God and my country.
Because now you know how much money has been paid.
Yes.
This business of collecting cash
Yes.
should stop.
Exactly.
You know how much money you have collected.
Even revenue, even URA, its taxes are fully taken care of with this system. There is no gambling.
Because you know how much URA will take and that. Maybe I want to thank you, the Fourth Estate, for coming over to Namboole National Stadium. The Namboole I used to know, I used to see, is not the Namboole that I've seen today. I want to thank the engineering brigade for the good work they have done. They have really done a very good job, and whatever was raised by CAF has been resolved, and the remaining part is being resolved. I really want to thank them so much. The only remaining part is on the scrap which is around the stadium, which scrap is also going to be removed. We have told the Minister of Sports to ensure that the scrap is out of the premises of the stadium. So we have not wasted the money. The money has been put in a proper use. And because this has happened, the stadium is very nice. You can now use the
Turnstile.
turnstile for entering inside. We are able to account for how much money we collect for the stadium, and that will become the non-tax revenue. The only problem that again we have on this is on the road. The road coming to the stadium needs to be worked on, and this road, Minister of Works should take it up and work on that road so that everything is clear and clarified. I want to thank the Minister of Sports. I want to thank the President in a very special way for making sure that this stadium is completed and having passion in sports. And I also want to thank the First Lady, who is also a Minister of Education and Sports, for ensuring that the engineering brigade has done a good job. That one, I must tell you, it's not shoddy as it has been said, and I believe nobody has said it is shoddy. It is not shoddy, but it's a good job. We only need some small improvements.
Can we now be
Madam
sure that you are
Speaker,
going to
can we
host
get an
Chan?
update concerning also the other stadiums, because we are hosting up from you?
One step at a go. We wanted Mandela National Stadium for us to be able to host Chan, and we are comfortable and we can proudly say we can now host Chan. And that's why I was telling the minister he should be able to write back and say all the things that were found defective or not completed are now okay. And they should come back and do a review and an inspection in the stadium.
Thank you.
Can you confirm on the completion date for this Mandela Stadium?
The completion date, I thought you were in the
Everybody need to
room.
hear from you.
21st of May.
According to the contract that we have with the engineering brigade, is 24th May. But now that most of the things have been done, we have given them 2 weeks to make sure that all the work is done and is handed back to government.